Hi everyone, I just want to introduce myself really fast to y'all. I haven't really done that yet. My name's Shannon. I am the leader of Transformers Dynasty. I want to go over my story. I became a coach 16 months ago. I joined as a customer because I was struggling with a anxiety-induced speech disorder, and I had social anxiety. I was depressed. I was very unhappy and in a really hard place in my life. I was overworked. But what it comes down to is I was watching my sister for around 6 months. One of her hair clients that she used to do hair for was a Beachbody coach and was telling her about how passionate she was about this new thing she started and the opportunity and the products. And my sister started as a customer too and just had a baby and was experiencing postpartum depression and wanted to lose her baby weight. And she bought the Insanity Challenge Pack with Shakeology. And I watched her 6 months as a coach getting in the best shape of her life, like so much energy. With 2 kids, like she looked amazing. And just like every time I'd hang out with her, I just felt so drained and tired. And she was the one with children and she was just bouncing off walls with so much energy. And I'm like, I need that energy. And my whole life, I've always believed in natural cures versus like medication. So when it came time to trying to cure my speech disorder, I tried a couple therapists and I paid $60. I went 3 times and it got worse and they didn't really help me. They just referred me and I was going to have to make a phone call and set up an appointment and I was scared. And I just gave up and let my fears overtake me and didn't go outside my comfort zone and make that phone call. And I still struggled. And then I was living in an apartment. I was so broke, even though I was making $40,000 a year at Express. And I was watching my sister again and just like came to the point where it was like just a whole month would go by and it was just me and maybe I'd see my family, but I didn't even want to hang out with my family because I didn't want to face my fear of having to be social. Even with my family, it was really bad. My friend was in town and I made excuses the whole time to not hang out with her because it's just, I didn't want her to see me in such a low place in my life. And the only one I felt comfortable around was my friend Karen. But even then, it was like I was crying in tears because I was like, why me? Why is this happening to me? So, my sister kept telling me, you have to do this, you have to do this. And I tried everything else before I signed because I couldn't fathom how I was going to afford $140 when I was borrowing money from my parents, like $30 for gas. And I'm just like, how am I going to come up with $140 when I can't even keep my account positive? And then as a coach, you have to have the $140 in auto ship every single month. So I'm like, there's no way. Even though I want this and I need this and I'm desperate, there is no way I can afford this. So I tried the gym. I tried running my own challenge group. I tried eating healthy, and it's just, I didn't have the accountability system to really stick to it. Like I've always been the type of person to never finish what I start. And I was missing the thing that really made a difference. I was missing Shakeology. And I was missing the at-home workouts with the celebrity trainers. And I was missing the meal plans. All I basically had was the gym. I'd have to drive there and fit it in my busy schedule and run. And I was suffering from pains in my knees. I had x-rays and everything. And the doctor said I was fine. But every time I'd go to the treadmill, I'd get all dressed up, all excited to run, and then my leg would give out. And that was the only way I knew how to exercise and get results. And the fact I couldn't run anymore, I was stuck. And I came to a plateau where I just couldn't get the results I needed to help my induced anxiety. So I finally had $140. It was the last $140 in my account. And I spent it on Hip Hop Plus Abs Challenge Pack. And then ever since then, I just hit the ground running and been 100% committed to this. And this opportunity has changed my life. It wasn't easy. The first 6 months, I didn't sell one thing. But with time and consistency, I have walked away from Express. I was there for 5 years. I was a manager, and that was part of what was causing my anxiety. And then just being clean and healthy and working out and Shakeology, the 70 superfoods, has made me a happier person. It's made me feel good. And when we're giving our bodies proper nutrition, then those mental disorders dissipate. Well, and so back to the story. My father was in the hospital, and I was calling out of work to go visit him, and then I took my first week of PTO because the doctors was saying there was a surgery that he might not get through. And I called my district. First, my store manager said no, and she told me I should drop down to a sales lead. And I'm like, are you kidding? Do you know how hard I have worked from the bottom to top to get to where I'm at and putting in all the hours? And you're telling me because my father's in the hospital I should be a sales lead? I was so upset. But I talked to my district manager, and my district was like, yes, go. So I spent a week there. And then I get back, and they put me in the office, a one-on-one meeting, sit down, telling me I'm not meeting expectations, telling me the sales lead has to do my job while I'm out of the business, and gave me hell. And my dad was just getting worse and worse and worse, and I wanted to be with him. I wanted to be by his side. And in that moment, I decided family comes first, and my quality of life and freedom, and it's not worth the money. I mean, I was broke as it is. I was making so much money, and I still couldn't afford to live. So I put in my 2 weeks, and I left to be a full-time coach. And that was the best decision I ever made, because I spent the last 2 months with him as he got worse and worse. And I'll never regret the fact that I was able to be there when in a time, and he was in Port St. Lucie, so it's not like I could just go see him. So the fact that I did that and made that choice, I spent as much time to make my feel content before he passed. And I just thank God I was able to be there in such a hard time and not have to worry about Express and working 60 hours a week. And now it's like I'm at every family event, and it's just amazing. Like, I didn't work for 5 months, and now, because I have these big goals that being a coach has put inside me, inspired me to reach for. People would call it dreams. I call it goals, because I can achieve all this. I see success, and if they can do it, I can do it. We're all human, and we all can receive the same. It's just the difference between me and you is consistency and time. I do short-term goals that reap long-term rewards, daily behaviors, the compound effect that compound over time to long-term results. So over time, I have achieved all the goals I want, like leaving Express, and now doing this full-time and serving maybe 2 days a week at Flanagan's for extra money to pay for traveling and stuff like that, and shopping, and going back to school, which I am so obsessed with this opportunity and love and passionate, and I see success and I know I can achieve it, and I've already achieved so much that now I feel like school is a waste of time. Why pay $1,000 a course in 2 years to make less than I can ever make as a coach? So, like, my sister is buying their dream home, makes almost $200,000 a year. Talk about success. I'll never make that. As a dietitian, the most I'll make is $40,000 to $70,000 a year, and I was already making $40,000 at Express. So I'm gonna invest another 3-4 years in school, paying $1,000 a course to make what I was already making. Like, when just by changing lives and helping people and doing what I'm passionate about and inspiring people to join me on my journey, I get paid for that, and I can do it all from my phone or laptop, and in the future be a stay-at-home mom with children and never have to go home to work. Like, I don't know about you, but that option sounds better than working full-time again, because I believe no matter what job you do, work will always be work. There'll always be pressure. So I love Beachbody coaching and the freedom and quality of life it has given to me, and I am not stopping. I'm going to hit the ground running, and I would love for you to join my team. I'm looking for people to do this with me. I'm in a great spot in this network. I'm number 50 on my sister's team. She's number 16 in the whole entire network. You're in a great place, and we can do this together, and we can hit all our goals and dreams. Just join me, consistent daily actions, and I'm excited for my future and yours too. Bye.